Oh, that wasn't recorded. Shit. We've lost those perfect sound bites. I'm so sorry. We dropped 59 frames over the network. That's interesting, to say the least. Hi, everybody. It's Monday. Something. Unreal Development. Something. Let's have a look at the store first. It's always worth looking at the store. Fortnite Crew. Someone you can always count on. A Chambro. I'm guessing it's Welsh. Warframe Prime Access, okay. Kina, Bridge of Spirits. What's going on with the stream in here, friends? Sunless Sea is free right now. I've already claimed it, I believe. Yeah. The Unreal Engine. I don't think the marketplace will have updated with this month's free assets yet. It's only the first. Usually they're a couple of days tardy. Not that I have anyway. Most of that's fine, man. They they would be at no fault for not releasing any free content. Like why would they even give you content for free? All this stuff is paid for, right? You know. Boom. £500 medieval garbage. £30 procedural house and neighborhood generator. Wow. Shit's getting pretty intense, huh? Nevertheless, they may have snuck something free into the free pages. Not that I'm going to go through those now. I went through them like the last 3 days because I had nothing better to do with my time. It wasn't very productive of me, to be fair. I could have been doing things with my life. Speaking of doing things with the life, I kind of want to nuke that project. Big news, medium-sized news. Okay, medium-sized news. Medium-sized news. NVIDIA DLSS standalone plugin beta is available for 4.26.1 and 4.26.0. In fact, you get both files in the zip, which is great. It's very easy to install. The instructions to install it come in the zip file. And What? Sorry, I've been distracted by my phone. Let's put that away. What? Okay, yeah, the instructions for installing the LSS in 4.26.1 and 4.26.0 are inside the zip file. It's painless. It's basically drag and drop. You just go in, you go to your plugins, you enable it, and it's enabled. There you go. You got DLSS. Of course, prerequisite to use DLSS, you need an RTX card in your PC box. So I'm fine. Did I talk about this 2 weeks ago? I don't think I streamed this last week, did I? Oh, I did stream it last week. It was the week before that I didn't stream. Stuff got in the way, ran out of time, etc., etc. I don't remember what it was that got in the way. Is this doing anything? Hello. Oh, it is. It loaded in the background and then didn't tell me. It didn't pop it up. I was about to open it again. So this is the game so far. It works kind of fine. Works all right. You know. Looks pretty good. It works so good, in fact, that I'm stuck playing it instead of finishing it. So that's a win in my book, you know. That's like That's a good thing. You know, having a game that's playable and fun without being nice to look at or extremely functional. Having a whole bunch of errors that we haven't fixed yet. The big thing is, I'm not sure I can do this with it open, but we will try. Where am I going? So I have a whole bunch of plugins and assets and stuff that I can just add. I quote unquote own these. Quote unquote. And I was gonna see if we can options. Damn it. I was downstairs making my coffee and I thought to myself, wouldn't it be a great time to start replacing some of the models with models with proper FBX with scales and animations and stuff. And then I chickened out at the last second, so here we are. So I have a lot of stuff here. I can't remember the name of it, but I think it's auto settings. Is this it? Oh, okay. Register float CVAR setting with callback. I'm not sure this is the one. Excellent, Slam. Not this. Definitely not that. Maybe this. Drag into your UI and turn any console command into a setting. Auto settings comprehensive and highly configurable. Game options, input binding toolkit for Unreal Engine faults, parts. Range of functionality is standard on modern PC and console games. Designed to be fast, simple, possible to use, built on top of enhanced Unreal systems, so it's painless to integrate with existing projects. Uses plugin to create settings and input binding menus. Requires no code and even no blueprint nodes. Simply add the plugin to your project and start placing widgets into your UMG menus. Right. Okay. Multiple bindings for the same action, separate mappings per player, place widgets in your menu and choose the action they access, therefore. Bindings uses Unreal input system works with your input system. Extend the system your widgets for more specific cases. Flexible restylable controls, radio, buttons, sliders, spinner, combo box, checkbox, combo. Apply and save automatically. I have to use a press button. If I go to the Ooh. Set screen resolution. Target is game user settings. Okay, so we have set screen resolution, set screen, set full screen mode, right? Okay. So we have those already built in. Okay. And I don't think we need that plugin, man. Game user settings object reference. Game user settings. What is game user settings? Huh? Chrome. You're my friend, right? Am I even signed in? I am signed in. Oops. Where and how to get this? Fucking nice pictures, bro. You have to get game user settings to change settings instead of console commands. So there's a set resolution node in the game user settings that you can use to set this new resolution. You should then save that resolution when you run apply and save game user settings. Okay, so you just get it. Okay. Where's the Alright, can I move that in fact to the main menu? Move. Make sure that still works. Yeah, that's fine. New folder. User settings. Menu controller. My eyes are warm again. I don't know why they do this to me. Eyes, you've lasted for so long. Can you last like another amount of that time? Please. Without turning to goddamn coal in my head. Just let me Someone's gonna suggest maybe not spending all this time in front of a giant screen that's blasting you with light. That'd be an idea, but damn it, man! I want to have my eyes and use them too. You know what I'm saying? We need a sequence here. Scooby-Doo-Doo. And I actually want to do this all again. So, at least up to here. I have the Angry Birds theme music stuck in my head now. Thanks. Whoever came in and hummed that. God damn. I played so much Angry Birds when I was at uni. You have no idea. No, you can't comprehend the amount of Angry Birds before every lecture. Yeah, we can actually delete those. And we don't need cast to high scores either. Slot name. Default. What? No, user settings. Ah, shit. I have to make a new save game class, right? We don't actually need that. It's a save game, right? So blueprint class, save game object, select, user settings, and variable. It's gonna have an int. Oh. Int point structure. Which isn't a built-in type. Okay, int, fine, int. 2 ints. Res x. Duplicate res y. Screw you. Float. Master vol. Music vol. SFX vol. Texture quality. Veg quality. We should probably just have that as text quality then, really. Ah. Window mode. And then what? I don't know. We'll just hang on to that for a second. What did I call this? High scores object reference. This is going to be the settings object reference. Did I spell reference right? Yeah, I did. Oh no. Yeah, we need one of these. Yeah, like that, right? And we apparently don't need one here because we've just done that. But the guys on the Unreal YouTube page were adamant that you do need that. So it's staying in. It doesn't hurt anything. If anything, it just wastes the cycle. And then save game. No. No, I've completely forgotten how to save something. I'm sorry. This is so stupid. No, I want the Bubbleman character controller, I think. That's where we do the high scores, right? Set array element, right, okay. Uh, oh, I think I get it. Man, you know, that's the way they get you. You know, they show you these fancy videos of a guy making a ball roll around a 3D level, and they're like, look, making games is easy, kids. Come on, make games. Making games is not easy. Making games is a lot of thinking. Oh, God. I hate thinking. Maybe after this project we can do Twitch builds a video game where I don't have to do any thinking. I just leave my PC on 24 hours a day and Twitch can use chat commands to build a video game for me. How's that sound? Yeah, I knew you'd like that. Yeah. Zero effort. Also, disclaimer, it's my game when it's finished, not yours, not Twitch's. It's not free. Also, it's $39.99. And knowing Twitch, it probably won't work and probably will also be a virus. So, good. So what we do is save game. Session high score. What's this? So the important thing about a save game is the index and the slot, right? So the slot is the kind of save game it is, and the index is the index of that kind of save game we're saving to. So even if we refer to the save game object using a different nomenclature to the main menu, thank you, idiot brain, for doing that, tripping me up here. It's still the same save game that gets saved. Right? You understand that. We all understand that, right? I've got to say it out loud sometimes to fucking remember. Hi. By the way, you know, I'm open to job offers if you want to hire me for your game dev studio. A professional idiot class clown, fluent in Japanese, kind of. I used to be. It's been a while. It's the problem when stuff happens, you know. Oh, I just want to straighten these up. Sorry. You can use the arrow keys to do that as well. You can use the arrow keys. That's so cool. You don't have to hold that button down. It's this one that you have to hold down. This one is a toggle. Jesus. I configured that and I forgot it. I configured this and I forgot it. Jesus. My brain is literally a sieve. What's that screaming? A lot of screaming. So we don't want to save it there. We want to actually set some stuff. Do we need to cast to the thing to set some things? We do, yeah. Right. Res X. Get screen resolution. Game user settings object reference. Scrooby dooby doo. Scrooby dooby doo doo doo. Scrooby dooby doo doo doo. Badooby deep. Skidooby deep. Skidoop deep. Dab up. Deeby da dub. Big scream. I don't like how they don't line up properly with the grid. Please, Epic, can you rearrange your nodes so that you have so they all line up with the grid properly? It's the only thing I want you to do. Oh, but it's not the only thing, but it's the only reasonable thing I want you to do. Right. Now I know what you're gonna say. I can press that and it just works. You may be correct. Gonna move that down. Lovely. Right, so if there's no save game object, we are grabbing the screen resolution and we're setting the screen to that resolution. And then set why are you gonna be like this, man? What did I call it? Win mode. Why are you gonna be like this, man? Set win mode. Screen, I guess, sure. I don't know why that exists, but it's okay. This one I understand, it goes up here, right? The other one, not a clue. So what we're doing is, if there's no save file, we're getting the screen resolution. We're setting the game to full screen. And And we're setting the screen size to the same screen size as the desktop. Okay. So if I go here and I click on launch, fingers crossed. Is it because I don't have any defaults? Do you know what it is? This won't do anything. I'm not loading the save file, and I'm not changing any settings from the save file. Ah, it booted, which means that it obviously did not. We're obviously missing something here. No, I do want to restore those. A default value is going to be X's across, right? So 1920, I guess. 1080. I typed these in knowing full well most people have got bigger boys than this, huh? Oh, this is a float. It's not meant to be a float. It's meant to be an int. The text quality is going to be 0 for LOD 0. Right. Yes, these actually need to happen in the opposite orientation. So setting up the high scores a little bit less priority than setting up the screen resolution. We promote that to a variable, maybe. Apparently I can't. Wow. Okay. Alright. No. It's totally fine. We will get it again then, because the values can be stale if we use that one, right? And don't give me any of that Unreal reevaluates nodes bullshit. There are very many instances where I've found trying to reevaluate the same node does not work at all. Set screen resolution. User settings object reference. Yeah. All right. Do we need to wait? Cast. Cast to user settings. There we go. Got there eventually. Get res y. And set window mode. Set full screen mode, right? Yeah. There we go. Get win mode. Sure. So if the save game exists, we load it, cast user settings, we set user settings, object reference. We get the game user settings, cast user settings, the save file with the settings object reference. We get these values. Can this just be a pure cast? Hell yeah. So we cast the save file with the user settings in it, and then we set the game user settings from that. Or if we have to make the save file, we add some default values. We should probably have that on a separate function to update that we can call from other places, but we'll work on that after this has been fixed, because this obviously doesn't work. Pretty much banking on this not working. Pretty sure this isn't gonna pop up in 1080p full screen. Oh. Okay. So that's in G, Unreal Renders, Bubbleman. Windows, no editor. Whoa. So I have this power cable, right? It's just really short. If anyone has that finish. 1st of the 3rd, 2021. That is today. Now, is that 1440p or is that 1080p? I can't tell. Is there a way to find out? Oh, there is. I can go to OBS and I can go to capture the window, and then it'll tell me, right? It looks bigger. Game capture. Will it tell me? If I unlock it and then I know it's displaying across the whole. Okay, that maybe didn't work as How would I tell if this is 1080p and not 1440? And I've still got this weird offset on the mouse. Oh, the Wise, what's up? Hello, friend. What's happening? I'm assuming your what's up is a greeting, and rather than a direct question about what is actually up. What am I talking about? Checking the resolution of my stream or the editor game window? The game window, not the editor game window. It's both. Yeah, that looks exactly the same, doesn't it? God damn. I thought maybe my laser eyes would be able to pick out pixels, but let me just let me make this obvious, right? Ah. What the hell is this? That's not what I want. My finger slipped. Why? That's an int 64. Okay, I guess that's not too far away. It's both. I suppose the smart thing to do would be to have maybe the resolution of the window pasted into the window name. Can you do G window stuff from inside Unreal? I would have thought that by its nature of being a games development tool with a very strictly worded license about development of other software that is not games, it would not allow you to do G window stuff. However, it's also a C++ development area. You know? Did it finish packaging? The resolution by default is 1280 by 720, by the way, when you do a standalone or play in a new editor window. Oh. I did not know that. That's information for me. Does that look blurrier to you? Does that look like does that look like 720p? Oh Jesus. That looks oh, for God's sake. I'm gonna turn off the turning off hit scanning on this menu. It's causing some weird latency. Does that look like can you see pixels? I can see pixels. Should I get a magnifying glass out? I have a lens here somewhere, a Fresnel lens. I can't find. Oh, there it is. There's the Fresnel lens. Yes, you can change it by going to play in your editor preferences. I'm actually. Oh Jesus Christ! Even with the lenses, it's hard to see. It looks like it's still at 1:1 resolution. Oh, it looks kind of crusty to me. Do you know what I mean? It looks like it's got some crustification. Maybe it's just some like monitor blending, like the monitor's trying to help out a low resolution source. You can change it by going to play in your editor's preferences. Oh! No, it has changed the resolution. Look, it's messed up my other screen. I don't even know what I'm streaming right now, which is difficult. Is the problem just that it's blurry? No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, I thought everyone dreamt of having blurry video games. This is a problem though. I can't post that. Sorry. No, there's information on that screen. Well, there's not. Oh, you're using the screen resolution command. Yes, I'm using the screen resolution command. I think that was changing the screen resolution. I'm gonna change the window mode to windowed because I know that builds by default a full screen. I know that for a fact. I have I've done it. I've built game before. Do you know my favorite feature about Windows 10 is being able to snap a window into the corner of a screen? It's such a stupid thing, but it's really helpful sometimes. Like when you're doing file management. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had 7 folders open at the same time, and I was moving files betwixt. And I had, I think, 5,000 file name conflicts. So basically, I'd collected a bunch of data of my life. Pictures, photographs, videos, music, sound effects, recordings. And I thought, it's all unorganized. It's literally like, it's either too organized or organized like at a specific point in my life where I thought organization in this way was good or organization in that way was good, or it's just not organized at all. It's just shotgunned in there. You know, there's files in next to pictures, next to music, next to sounds. It's not good. So I decided that I'd start organizing it. I'd get rid of as many folders as I could, and I'd try and like start consolidating stuff and keeping it tidy. And that went well for about 5 hours. And by the end of that, I just thought, we'll finish this next year. Did it finish packaging? Uh-oh. Spaghetti. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Did I make a mistake? I did make a mistake. Wait, where is it? Wait, what? Wait, oh, right. I'm an idiot. So the default is there. The default is there, but when you boot the game up the first time, the default gets overridden. I would like the package Windows 64 as a button. Can I do that actually? I'll just like drag this out here. Yeah, so I'm trying to set up some rudimentary options for the game so that maybe people with less beefier PCs can play the game still. This should boot up in a 720p window. There you go. Look at that. Beautiful. I have mastered the arts. So that's actually a pretty good idea. Do you think that's a cool idea? So we have it when it boots up, it gets your desktop screen resolution of the window that you want to boot it on your main window, Windows 0, screen 0, it grabs that resolution and divides it by 2, and then gives you a window that size. And you can play that way. I'm sure you can always Alt-Enter, make it full screen. Does that make it full screen, full screen, full screen, full screen resolution, or does that just make it full screen, half resolution? I don't know. I don't know. What does Alt-Enter do? I'm not a computer scientist, man. I don't have these sense. I'm sorry. There is no options window yet. But now we know that the options are working, we can start working on the options window, I'm sure. So we've got name and score, name and text score, which I don't think we use. UMG high scores line, UMG high scores screen. I think we just need a widget. So this is going to be UMG options. And now we're in UMG. This is almost worse than making a 3D model, isn't it? So we want we've got canvas, right? Background blur. Set the resolution to something that would be really stretched in one dimension. After that, hit Control and Enter to see if it looks stretched after using Control and Enter. That's a good question. That's a As far as being worse than modeling, you actually really enjoy using UMG. Great. I'll hire you. Every Monday you can work for free. Background blur, anchor, baby. Like I wouldn't mind it, but like there's no snapping, man. What's this? I don't want to touch that. Fine. Do you know what? No. No. Where's the where is it? You. Delete. Yeah, I don't know. Main menu. High scores. I'm gonna save myself 10 minutes of setting up a big old blur and a dark space. UMG options. There is snapping. Setting. What the hell, man? Oh, for fuck's sake. Why I can't cut it? This is the save file. I want this. High scores. No. Options. In the top right, you should be able to see some snapping settings. Huh. The designer tab. Yeah, right here. There they are. Right now I have it set to 4. We have that set to 5. Press Q to return the main menu. Duplicate this, yeah. This. Okay, text. press E. Press E to apply settings. I don't like how it doesn't. Honestly, you really like this? I'm not judging you, I promise. I promise. Background blur. So this needs to be all wider. A little bit deeper. Am I going to anchor that to the bottom right corner? Yeah, you worked with UMG for over 5 years answering everyone's questions. Oh, God. They called you the UM genius. Oh, UM Jesus? No, I'm going to anchor them to the center of the screen. You think I should anchor them to the bottom right hand corner? See, the problem is, if you get a resolution which is small, it's going to grab them from the right hand corner and push them up into the screen. And the options are anchored from the center. So you're going to end up with these panels overlaying the options. Theoretically. Although, yeah, because they may clip otherwise. Yeah. Wait. Yes, I should anchor them to the bottom right hand corner, or yes, I should keep them anchored to the center. Now you confuse me. Straighten this out. I don't know. I don't know specifically how this is going to work, and I don't really want to. Would you rather them clip or overlap? I would rather them scale with respect to the monitor. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, as the monitor gets smaller, the UMG objects just kind of shrink into nothing. Yeah. Wait, oh, did you see my main menu? In that case, you could wrap things with a scale box. What does that mean? Scale box allows you to place content with a desired size and have it scale to meet the constraints placed upon this box's allocated area. You need a size box inside of a scale box. It reminds me of building websites. It reminds me of building websites back in the Excel website days, where you had graphics segmented into good slam, segmented into like a table or a grid, and that drove me absolutely insane. The way scale box would keep everything relative no matter the size of the screen. Sorted. Finito. I'm kidding. I know that's wrong. I'm sorry. It's fine. We'll leave it like this. I hate UMG to a point at which I've launched the game. I'd rather not do it until it needs to be done. If that makes any sense? I'm sorry. This really is horrible. As I said, I'd rather use Blender. Ugh. I just wish licenses for Fusion 360 were cheaper. It's a much better 3D modeling software. Yeah, I accidentally, yeah. So, I know you, this is probably going to uninterest you completely, but you see this menu? It's not UMG. That's right. Yeah, this is UMG. That's UMG. But this is not UMG, and that makes me happy. And it's nice that you can summon a UMG widget from non-UMG. I mean, obviously you got to do that. Excuse me. You got to do that to create menus, but oh. But yeah, what is it? It's just an actor. It's just it's a pawn. Where is it? AA menu. So there's a little bit of blueprint. There's this horribleness. If you go to the viewport, what does it look like? So there's a camera. I don't think there's actually a... Oh no, there is a camera. So there's a camera and a spring arm. There's this 3D model, which I did make in Blender. It's emissive, it doesn't shine lights, but it does look very cool. And then these, which are just planes. They're just planes. It's plane with a material. Ah, that's not the best bit. The best bit is the geometry here, the algebra here, moves the cursor across a plane in front of the menu items, and the actor ray casts from the camera in the direction of the cursor through the cursor about another 250 units, and then here it is. No, here it is. Line trace by channel, right? And then it sets a selection name based on what it's hit. So there's 4 things it can hit. There's 4 selection names. There's 5 selection names. Actually, there's none, which will change and will change the dynamic material properties. The glow power from 1 being just regular emissive text, which would not be shadowed or darkened at all, to 22, which is glowing pretty brightly. Usually I only use 3, but 22 is the same as the... If you wanted a 3D widget, you could, if you used the widget component and just created that menu in UMG. That's what I'm saying. I hate UMG to a point at which I spent about 2 hours handcrafting a beautiful HUD that isn't made of UMG. Actually, I've answered my own question about having 3D HUD objects. Kind of. So the first part of the puzzle is the default. I don't know if you remember me talking about this, but the first part of the puzzle is the default camera in Unreal does not have depth of field effects. The depth of field is set so wide that anything as close to the camera as can be, or as far in the distance as can be, does not have a depth of field post-process applied to it. And this is handy, meaning that you can just make your HUD in 3D and put it in the game exactly where it needs to be, and have it render and reflect the local space, or have it render and reflect custom whatever's using custom reflection captures. You can do that. That's fine. It's a bit tricky, but it's not out of the ordinary. It's done quite a lot in games to fake cool effects. The only question is, how can you exclude them from a post-process depth of field filter if you wanted to put depth of field into the game, but not onto the HUD? That's the real burning question, and I think you can probably do it by masking them, and using a custom depth mask, and using the inverse of that to mask them out of the post-process that deals with the depth of field. Of course, it would be more accurate to use a depth of field thing and then have the 3D HUD captured with the second camera in a second scene, but that's like twice as graphically intensive, and if you're making a game that needs to run at a certain frame rate constantly, it's not the best idea to make things graphically intensive. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. We got this. Input combo box, spin box, text box, multi-line. I want sliders. Where are the sliders, baby? Circular throbber. Menu anchor. Native widget host. This is when you want to nest a native widget inside a UMG widget. Okay. Special effects. What are these? Oh, baby gun. Yeah, okay. I did make those. Type slider into the search box. Ooh. Oh yeah, baby. That's exactly what I wanted. Thank you. I think. In the horizontal box, a spacer, text. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? No, I didn't put one in, apparently. Widget can't have children. I don't want it to have children. I want this to have it as a. Oh, there we go. So this is a big beef I have. Arranging the widgets in the hierarchy is painful. Okay, you can't just drag and drop. Has the same problem as Krita's layers and Photoshop's layers, although Photoshop's layers has got some kind of magic stickiness where it kind of works half the time. You can kind of fudge it a little bit. It's a little less painful. Doesn't make you want to claw your eyes out. So we want a text box. We want another spacer. What am I trying to do? I'm making an options menu for my game that has options. Or it will have options shortly, I hope. Spacer. Oh, I don't want an editable text box. No, poopy. Replace. Yes. Replace with. Sorry, you meant with UMG. I did type in text. I just dragged the wrong one out, alright? Did I drag the wrong one out? No, I didn't. I did. I didn't. It was wrong, okay? Text. Yeah, so in UMG I'm building the menu. Chica. So sadly, to build a 2D menu that's performant in Unreal without going crazy, they force you to use this god-awful Excel spreadsheet editor from the 90s. I mean, what? I'm sure I'm just using it wrong, right? Any tool for diagnosing problems. Okay, don't need that. Resolution. I want to drop combo box. Combo box. I should just. Yes, combo box. UMG is quirky, but it works. Both of those statements are true. Oh, for God's sake, can I know you can use those to move them around in the boxes, but it's not cool. It's not good. We have a spacer here, right? 50. And this one, 250. And this one, if you really hate it, you could always pick up an option menu on the marketplace. You think there are some that are under $7. Okay, this may be like against my principles, but one, this is a learning exercise. So if I just buy a bunch of assets, I'm not learning anything. Especially because like the precedent is that you should buy the asset and then you should deconstruct it and use the knowledge to better yourself. I'm not doing that. If I buy an asset, I'm buying an asset. I'm just going to use the asset that I paid for. It's ridiculous to think otherwise. And two, this game is free, so making a monetary investment in it is a very poor kind of business acumen, if you ask me. Like, I'm not going to give something away for free if it costs me money to make. And granted, this has technically cost me money to make. You know, it's cost me time to make, right? But the time, at least, is an investment that I'm willing to make towards this. I'm sure if I get to a point where I'm making a game that I will charge people for, I will just hire someone to do the UMG for me. I'll just say, you know what, buddy? You can do this. Time is money. Yeah. I ninja'd you. Yeah. So, right, yeah. Do I have to yeah, I didn't turn it off. So, feature request for... Oh, sorry, I've smacked the mic. Feature request for anyone who works at OBS. Stream delay, can you put that next to the start streaming button? So I can remember to turn it off? Even if you just write the words stream delay and no button. Or a button that opens the settings and takes you to the stream delay panel. It'd be beautiful. But yeah, I have a 10-second stream delay because I play Counter-Strike and people get really angry when they get stream sniped. Not me, I don't care. I'm playing Silver, for God's sake. I don't really care, but like I know a lot of the people that I've played with recently have gotten very angry just by me not being very good at Counter-Strike. And if they match made with me, you gotta assume that they're not very good at Counter-Strike either. That's the way of the world. Like, the games are tough because we're all bad. But like if the enemy team is watching the stream and they know where everyone is anyway, they're gonna be doubly angry. So I have a 10-second stream delay. And I forget to turn it off when I'm not playing Counter-Strike because it seems like too much hassle, really. It's okay. There's only 3 weeks of the event left, and then Counter-Strike will only be not a non-regular. A rare stream? It won't be a rare stream. I like playing Counter-Strike, but it won't be as regular. Right now it's weekly. Style. Combo button style. Button style. Oh wow, there's a lot of options. That's cool. It's great. Would you like to see a tool you built in UMG? Is it the radar? Did you build the radar in UMG? Chica wow wow. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy your time here. Thanks for the follow. I allow links, as long as the link doesn't start with www.pornhub, because that's against the Twitch terms of service. Pretty sure, at least. But yeah, you're trusted around here, otherwise it's fine. Post your links. We know you, kind of. I mean, we assume we know you. Ah, he's posted the GIF. You know what? That would have loaded. That would have loaded perfectly fine if I was in the browser. Yeah, you showed me this before. You showed me this before. How did I know? You came here. The first time you came here, you said we were talking about this. And I can't remember what I was doing, but I remember you were like, yeah, I built this minimap thing. See if we can, here it is. Minimap. There it is. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful minimap tool to add a quick minimap. Yeah, I know. You're a busy man. You ain't got time for remembering every conversation you have. But yeah, I can remember pretty much everything I don't need to remember, right? Do I remember what I was doing in Unreal that day? No. Do I remember anything about Unreal from that day? No. Do remember that you shared some really cool plugins for Unreal. Minimap and was it texture overlay, texture image overlay tool for creating textures in game dynamically from stencils. Love UMG. God damn it. He's a rare breed. Right, okay. Oh right, okay. That's kind of beautiful. So we got to think of some. Can I have two drop downs that affect each other? Can I bind this? Set. How so? So I understand that many people, the overwhelming majority of people have a 16:9 monitor. But some people don't. Some people have like extra wide monitors, and some people have like extra skinny monitors. And it'd be great if I could have one drop down for the screen ratio, and then have each subset of screen resolutions in a drop down for each drop down of screen ratio. So we'd have one drop down here, and it'd be like, you know, 4:3, 16:9, 16:10, 5:4, 120, 120, 1020, 1:2, and what's ultra wide these days? Like 24:6. And then for each one of those, you'd have 4 or 5 dimensions, common resolutions, you know. For now, I guess we'll stick with 16:9. I get we can just prefix them, right? Like here. So you can fill the drop downs dynamically. So one way you could do it, we have a few different arrays of options, and then fill in the drop downs, the ratio is selected. Does that make sense? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So yeah, we'll have I don't think we need 5. Where's delete? Where's delete? Where's delete? Delete. Why do I have to click that? Why can't I right click them? 5 options for each resolution. So this is going to be combo box string 173. Ah! If you prefer hardcode everything, use a widget switcher and switch between pre-made menus. No. No. Maybe. Oh, can I show you my high scores? I feel like the first option would be easier in less work. Yeah, I think the first option would be easier in less work too. This is going to be ratio combo B. Where's the width? All right, auto, yeah. And then a spacer, a small spacer. And then this is you're down, show me your stuff. I have to fully disclose that this specifically is not my stuff. I shamelessly stole this from the Unreal tutorial from YouTube. I watched it on stream weeks back. If anyone is wondering what video it is, I can't find it for you because my YouTube history is a mile long every day. But I will show you it. Because it was this guy who was like, he made like a Minecraft looking game, and he was collecting coins and flowers and fireballs and stuff, and they were giving him points, and then he was saving high scores. So the high scores, I didn't know they had blueprint graphs until like 4 weeks ago. So event construct for each incoming high score, create UMG scores line widget, and add a child. So you can make a UMG widget, and then you can put it into another UMG widget. What the hell? That's really cool, right? This is a feature that I'm totally down with UMG having. The feature that I'm not down with UMG having is like it's just being a nightmare to like design anything. I guess it's the nature of the beast, but I thought that was really cool, and it does work. I know the high scores are going to look a bit janky. Why are they sorted? Who has done this? That's the basis for everything you make. God damn it. Yeah, I would like to know why the high scores are all sorted. I did not do this. I must have just played the game some more and not deleted the save. But if I were to score a high scoring game, it is very necessary, yeah. It does keep the clutter down, because like you look at the high score screen, right? There's nothing to it, right? There's a panel, a couple of spaces, and an empty box. And this, I can just about handle this. You got to remember, like before, I was trying to push the high scores, and it was all here verbose. Every single high score had its own horizontal box and a vertical box and a couple of spaces and had the name and the score. It didn't even actually work. It was embarrassing, really, that it didn't work. That's the way it goes. Okay. So this is going to be 1-to-1, 4-to-3, 5-to-4, 16-to-9, 16-10. Add an option. Ultra wide. What's ultra wide these days? Oh, I'm not ultra wide. 2-to-1. which is cinema. And ultra wide screen aspect ratio. Whoa. Have you already showed me your dice system you have set up for a game you work on in your free time? It's a good example of reusing flexible widgets. Nope. I know nothing. I can see things happening. Dice here are all basically the same widget, used over and over. They adapt depending on user input, change to match the dice type, face type, the drop downs, and all the rest of the stuff. Lol. Oh man, I want to see them fight. It's pretty cool. Have you seen never mind. Is that oh. I'm guessing it's just because the GIF has a small resolution. There's like a line there, right? There's meant to be a line there. It's a D20, right? I'm not going crazy, right? D6 and a D4. It's cool. I like it. I've just realized, though, I have just realized that yeah, it's a D20. So this isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna work. For two reasons. One, because I've just Googled it, and apparently ultra wide screens are not a set of fixed ratios. And two, doesn't really cover running the game in window. So I'm gonna revise the categories, I think. I'll revise the categories, I'll do that later. But if you want to go on and let me know how to make this dynamic, that would be real helpful. I want to make this smaller, like 25. I want to make this bigger. How do I make this big? I want padding. I want the size of the item. Style. Fill. But this is also fill. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got it. That's fine. What do I want to change the size of? Never mind. Yeah. Well, I haven't done it because I haven't changed the size of it. I just made it fill. Is it padding? Is it? It's not the padding because that's the stuff around it. Render transform. I don't want any of that. Render opacity. Do not touch. Do not touch. Accessibility. Font. BM font 1. BM font 01. Okay, great. Is it the actual arrow image you want to change? No. I want to scale them. Like I've done it. It's fine, kind of, but it'd be nice to know how to make them a specific size, if you know what I'm saying. There doesn't seem to be in here. Okay. Cool how you can change that. Render scale if you want to adjust if you want to just scale a widget. Are you sure render scale? Because render scale sounds like it's different. You can type into that and search in the details panel. It's here. That is indeed the scale, but that's not what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Like right now it's filling, right, to 1 of all the size that it can take up. But like in things like, do you know what? You can't change the size of these either, can you? It's just spaces that you can change the size of. You know what? Ignore me. Ignore me. This isn't pertinent to what we're doing right now. So we'll need a graph. We will not need incoming high scores, and we will not need table. We will not need tape. Wrap the drop down with an overlap and then put a spacer in with it. Then you can set the exact sizing if you want. Ah, that's a good tip. That's a good tip. I get it, right? Because it's on top and the spacer defines the size of itself, and then you set it to fill and it takes up the space that it needs to, takes up the space that it can inside the box. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Where's table? Where is table? It's not a variable. Does not need to be a variable in this blueprint. Combo box string object reference. Make combo. overlay tab. Okay. I just realized that I don't have a face cam, and this isn't funny for anyone else except for me. Oh. And everyone be glad that I don't have a face cam. Except the NSA, who know I have a face cam and are watching it right now. Kaboosh. Take a big deep breath. Look at the phone for a second. So this is skeletal, right? But this is how it works. Something like this, and then something like that, and then one of these, and then one of them. That will add an option, right? We don't actually need to add any options to the A ratio list though, do we? But we do need to get the option. So we don't need that. But we need get get selected option, and then do a switch on string. There it is. Which means we need to think about what those options are called, and it's going to do this, but for each one. So it's going to clear the options, and then for each whatever. That works too, switch on string. You could create an enum for the different drop-down options you want to switch on or switch on string. Right, so I have never had an enum work for me correctly. So I'm going to do it like this, and maybe one day enums will work. Don't need that. This is going to be Oh, look, I'm dropping frames over the network. Maybe I'll crack an egg on top of the modem. It will fry. Okay, so I'm trying to think through this in my brain, how this is going to work. I realize now, like when it was the first week of development, when it was, heck, the 31st week of development, when I was doing 3D stuff and interactive stuff, it was all fun and games. You had a nice viewport to look at, and there was always something to click on, do, and fix. But now it's just a lot of thinking about a lot of numbers, and it's very boring to look at, isn't it? Shame for you. I'm gonna rename this to square resolutions, and it's, I need a struct. I do this every time. I need what's the struct? Is it an advanced? Where is it? Datasmith, editor utilities, materials, media, miscellaneous, paper 2D, physics, artificial intelligence, blendables, blueprints. So right. The struct already exists. It's called an int point struct. It's all just thinking ahead to figure out how you're going to build the framework of a UMG menu. That's the hard part. Once you have a plan through, it's just building. Yeah. Like, doing one requires knowledge of the other, and my brain ain't that big. It's a struct resolution. Great. This is going to be an S resolution. I didn't actually make the structs. Hold on, excuse me. Hi. You're an integer. Thank you. So Unreal has a built-in struct for screen resolution. I know this because it's here. Set screen resolution. What are you talking about? You built your own menu in 3D on your own. Seems much more involved. Really easy. Only took 4 hours to get the raycasts going in the correct direction. So I'm not very good at abstract vector mathematics, and that's exactly what you need to get something from point A to point B. Actually, you know what, Oak? While you're here, just allow me to flex. Just allow me to flex just a tiny bit. I want to show this off. I'm not going to show you the blueprint because it's disgusting, but I do want you to see this. I don't think I showed this to you before. You love vector math. It's like one of the things that I didn't get in maths. So my A level is my A level something, huh? Wow, it spawned off screen. That's interesting. So this is new map 0, which has nothing interesting in it. Has static mesh spawner and an actor spawner, and I think something simulates physics. Yeah, it simulates physics. So this is disgusting. Simulate duration. If we turn that to 0, it will simulate until gameplay stops, and we can smack into it with the camera and knock books off. I think. Yeah, we can bounce it. I don't know why the camera actor's got like some physics attached to it when it should just be no clipping, but that's great. And you can set simulation duration. It was set to 1 second before, so let's just revert that. And new map 2 is the interesting one. I There's a planar reflection model there. Just ignore that. There is a bookcase behind it. I took the sides off so it was easier to see. Oh, oh God. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's all dynamically lit, so I don't have to rebuild the lighting, but... Oh no. Oh no. I knew this was a mistake. I come here to show off, and here I am missing my textures. So yeah, without a planar reflection node, boy, all the reflections were screen space, and I just saw it one day and it pissed me off. So I put a planar reflection in there. It's probably not a good idea to have planar reflections in your game, by the way, because it tanks the frame rate. But it means, like, if you stood here in front of the books, you can still see the reflection down at the bottom there. But this is these are hierarchical instant static meshes, which are spawned from a... Oh, I am a sphere. Why? That's messed up, dude. Anyway, so these are hierarchical instant static mesh components, which are spawned by a single actor into other actors' thing. I'm going to get rid of that for the moment. So we have a whole bunch of these. You can click on the little cubes on the sides there to grab them. These are BP Bookcase spawn boxes. These are basically just collision containers, but they give a square space object reference to basically put these things in books. In my case, it's a blueprint for stacking books. And if I find the book spawner, there it is. We have some options. So we have uniform scale, scale to extents, place on bounds bottom, wobble, jitter, gappy, which is great, by the way. This oh god, this took hours to this took hours to get right. I don't know why this one isn't being gappy, but it's not, so good for it. It rolled natural 20s for all its books. So when I first made the gappy plugin, it would put gappies in stacked up books, which was not correct. It took a while to get that out. And place on bounds bottom is useful because you can align the bounds to the bottom of a bookshelf and it will put the books on the bottom of the shelf. This is the opposite way around, where the bounds are actually hovering above the bookshelf and the books will spawn, because I didn't have that when I placed them. Wobble. If you turn wobble off... Oh no. What's gone on here? Don't look at that, it's broken. Interesting. Okay. Oh no, wobble is... Sorry, yeah, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Wobble is how rotated they get. So you have wobble and wobble amount, so you can bring it down so they get less disorganized, etc, etc. Jitter is how unneat they are. So they'll still rotate, but they're all rotated through the axis. But if you turn jitter off, they'll all line up nicely. Uniform scale, can't remember what that does. Oh right, you can scale the X, Y, and Z independently. Yeah, this is how it. Yeah, this is look at this cool thing. Oh god, it's broken. That's how it goes. Scale to extents is kind of like place on bounds bottom, but it will scale the objects that you put in. It will scale the largest object to the extents of the box, and it will scale all objects respectively to the largest object placed in the bounds. So nothing will ever escape the bounds if you tag that. So that's useful if you want to fill a specific area with garbage. But it's basically just an editor tool so that you can place books quickly. These are spawn boxes, right? Spawn box. So you can just drag one of these in, and then you can do that. And then it doesn't spawn any books in it. That's because it's construction script and this hasn't changed yet. So you just move that, and there they are. So this has it's only spawning 33 books per shelf. If we jack that up to 6,600 something, it will fill the whole shelf. There we go. It's beautiful. And this is a thing. So if that's 600, but if we change the Z to 600 instead, what am I changing here? Oh right, yeah, it is that one. Okay. I don't know what I've selected. Yeah, if you change the Z to 600, it'll stack them that way instead. So it's the stacking of the books is reactive to the boxes that you place in the level, which I think is just peak. Anyway, sorry, that was me showing off and completely off topic, but it's keeping me motivated. You can create a custom event and check the checkbox run in editor to make a button on that book spawner so that it will update when you click a button. You can use a custom event and check the checkbox run in editor to make a button on that book spawner so that it will update when you click a button. You can like a specific button. The button will appear in the details panel. That might be an idea. That might be an idea. It saves because it runs in construction script at the moment. So you put the logic after the custom event instead of the construction. That is a very good idea, because it is a lot of construction script, and I guess it'd be nice to not have it run every time you moved it, if you needed to move it, or not run every time you put something in the level and wanted to see what it looked like. I could just have it run on no. Right. So square resolutions. No tick. No worries. Enjoy your meeting, Mr. Oak. Thank you for the tips. Duplicate. What's the ratio they were aiming at with a 4:3 monitor? And a 5:4 monitor. I think they're the same ratio that they're going for. 5:4 monitor ratio name. Oh, 5:4 made common with 1280 by 1024 displays. 4:3 all computer monitor standard 133:1. 5.4. 1280 by 1024. Common until 2003. God damn it. So we'll call these SDTV, right? SDTV resolutions. There we go. Right, okay, so they're list of common resolutions. Wait, what? Hang on a second. Resolution 520 by 576, 43. Total pixels 299,520. PAL plus 520 by 576. Display aspect ratio 69. Y'all gonna that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense at all. I don't like any of these resolutions. Oh my god. Height. None of these aspect ratios are correct. Analog TV standards. Digital TV standards. Pixel vision 90 by 120, baby. I think it's cool. We can technically support as many resolutions as possible. Two forty by 352. Ooh. I just realized that these numbers are actually the wrong way around. They are X's across. So X needs to be the wide one. 52 by 240. Okay, so we have one here that's listed as right. Okay, so wait, what? Wait, what? That's fine. 352 by 480 is the wrong way around. Someone's had a bit of trouble. I don't want to even guess what the hell's going on here. I know this is Wikipedia, so it's quote unquote not a verifiable source of information, but do you want this on screen? It's just a Wikipedia page about screen resolutions. It's not interesting. That's 480p, yeah. 480 by 720. 480 up, 720 across. We'll do that one then. Or is it? It seems right. But then you see we have resolution 352 by 576. And it's like, oh, I see what's going on. I see exactly what's going on here. Right, it's pixel doubling. It's used to increase screen space usage while maintaining data rates being low. So the pixels, the physical pixels, are fewer widthways, but they're stretched to a degree at which they fit in a wider frame, if you understand my meaning. Doom had an optimization mode for this, where it just doubles all the horizontal pixels, right? Right? There are so many resolutions on this page, I cannot begin to tell you. 320 by 200. We have 352 by 240, that's close enough. It's not even a good aspiration, it's 8:5, what the hell. 320 by 240. Ah, right. Yes, and now we're into the binary expansion of numbers, so 640 by 480. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. And then 1280 by a 960. And then 1280 by 1024, which is good. Ah, 1024 by 800. How do I move one? How do I move one down? Alright, 1024 by 800. 32 to 25. 1024 by 768. That's the one. Ah, Jesus, you'd think I'd have these hard coded into my goddamn brain by now. So this would be 2560. This is a silly resolution. Do not try this. By 2048. Hey, it's 4K. Another knock-on effect of having a configurable screen resolution is that we're going to have to you have to make the camera compliant in that. The Apple PowerBook G4 original titanium version was 1152 by 768, 3:2 monitor. Duplicate HDTV resolutions. No. 9 pixels high, 16 pixels across. 3218? Yeah, okay. No. 6436. Sure. Alright, it was good seeing what you've been up to. You're going to go hop out here, help a buddy of mine with programming. You do that. I am going to plow through this for another couple of minutes, and then I'm probably going to run away as fast as I possibly can. Have a nice evening up. Or afternoon. I'm sure it's probably afternoon where you are. I'm gonna get a piece of paper out. Nah, screw you. Nah. No. I'm not getting Excel out to do some simple multiplication. Absolutely not. That's ridiculous. Why would you even suggest that? Where's my pen? You dog, where's my titanium pen? Oh, there it is. Whoosh. Did I write that down correctly? HDTV resolutions. I did. Okay. 8045. Gonna be here a while. 9654. I feel like I've messed up here somehow. I need the calculator. So we do 16 divided by 9, 1.7, right? I should know that. Where's the clear button? 128 divided by 72. 1.7, okay. We're in the clear. I did my maths correctly. 144 by 81. 160 by 90. Wow, that's a nice one. I like that. I'll put a star next to it. 176 by 99. In fact, that's even better because it's 99 high. That's a ridiculous frame to be in. 192 by 108. This is going to be 208 by 117. Ooh, hello. It's the 117, you know. Represent. 224 by 126. 240 by 135. 256 by 144. Ah, right, there you go. 2560 by 1440. 1920 by 1080. You could put a 0 at the end of any of these, and you get an actual resolution. 480 by 270, maybe? 640 by 360? 800 by 450? That seems suspicious. Gotta keep our eye on that one. I don't know why you people are still here watching this. This is so silly. A dude working out 16:9 resolutions on a pencil and paper that you can't even see in a darkened room. You're welcome. 272 by 153. 288 by 162. Hey, you really can put a 0 on the end of one of these and get because we have 16 by 9, and then down here we have 160 by 90. Check it out. 288. 2. Oh no, 3. We're on 3. 3, 6, 0, 4. 0, 4? 1, 4. Yeah, 0, 4. 304 by 171. 320 by 3200 by 1800. That is a nice sounding monitor. If anyone has an 1800 by 3200 high refresh rate gaming monitor that they want to send to me, that's not 4K, is it? 4K is a couple of ranks ahead. Interesting. 336 by 189. 352 by 198. 368 This is really fun. This is almost meditative, you know? .400 by 225. You heard nothing. Alright? Nothing. Yeah, it's true. You can have a valid resolution by whacking a 0 on the end, but you miss out on some of these weird numbers. It's always important to have real weird numbers in your game. Please remember that. 320. Whoa, do not grab. Do not grab. 320 by 180. Yeah, I'm putting them in now, don't worry. I guess we could probably just double from there. 640 by 360. And instantly I've cheated myself out of all my weird numbers. Ah. Didn't we have like a really weird, like small... Yeah, 192 by 108. Oh no, 176 by 99. That was... Right. Okay, yeah. That one. 208 by 117. Why am I putting these in? Good question. Uh, 320 by 180. 400 by 225. 480 by 270. And then we are at 960 by 540. That's 960p. Uh, 540p, sorry. 1280 by 720. 1920 by 1080. 2560 by 1440. 3840 by 2160. That's 4K. And then we have silly 7280 by 4320, which is 8K. There we go. Brilliant. So that's all of our square resolutions, standard definition television resolutions, high definition television resolutions. Standard definition, high definition, cinema definition television resolutions. I'm so sorry. Expand all. It's half of 2560. 1280. 12. What's half of 12? Wait, is it? No, that's 2560. Oh no, that is, yeah. What's half of 1280? Is it 960? No. No, it's not. 1280, 640. Yeah, these are really small, aren't they? We need this one to be 640 because this is going to be 1920, isn't it? And half of 1920 is 960. Cinema 1082K delivery, don't tell anyone. Well, I'm doing it on the width mostly because it'll letterbox the screen. You can't have it wider than the screen that they have. That's ridiculous. I don't think anyone has screens this size anyway. This exact size. Why would you want to play a game in a cinematic resolution anyway? Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. It has to be 960. It has to be. You can't tell me otherwise. And then I guess it's 960, and then half of 960, which is 480. And then 640, 320. And then 480, 140. I guess playing a game in 20 by 10 pixels is a big meme, but ultra wide TV resolutions. Expand all. Popular ultra wide resolutions. Why are you gotta be this way? Ultra wide formats. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let me ask an uninformed question. Is this blueprinting? Is blueprinting coding without actually coding? This is... Yeah, this is blueprinting. Look, it says blueprint there in the bottom right hand corner of the blueprint. It says widget blueprint. Now this is specifically a widget blueprint, so this is part of the HUD design. Now this is the designer part of the HUD design. If you want to see a real blueprint in work, there's real blueprint in work. As for is this coding without actually coding, this is coding without writing any C++. It is still very much coding. So people may be mistaken in thinking that you can just dive into this without knowledge of computing, without knowledge of how game engine works. Blueprinting is coding. You are confused. Yeah. And it's misleading to think of blueprints as not coding, because if you do not know what you want to do, if you don't know how to effect that, in the engine at least, you won't be able to do it. In your opinion, blueprint is programming without coding. Call these boys roasting people who use blueprints. Let me tell you, Fortnite is entirely blueprints, okay? I'm kidding, I don't know that. But it wouldn't surprise me. If you want, I can open Visual Studio, we can do some C++, but I don't want to. I don't want to. C++ is like... There's no bright colors. There's no flashy things. There's no draggies. BP is coding. Programming cannot be without coding. Yeah. But blueprints make C++, Unreal Engine more accessible to maybe the layperson who'd be scared off by. But to be fair, even on the C++ side, you can call the same stuff, the exact same functions. Correct. Kine is blueprint only. I do not know what Kine is, unless you mean, I don't know. I'm not looking it up. I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up. Sorry, there is a game here. Programming without writing code. Would you blueprint in lieu of writing code, or are there cases where you would do both? Blueprints is the visual scripting system. Listen to Manadonna. He is a wise man. I am not a wise man. I just look. I'm giving you the option in my game to run at 20 by 10 pixels. Do you think a wise person would do that? That's insane. That's the kind of thing that gets you lawsuits. Whoa. Awesome, thank you. Yeah. So there are times where you will have to use C++, quote unquote. Have to use C++. Quote unquote. There are things which you cannot do with blueprints that are in the Unreal Engine, which are sealed behind magic doors. The Epic have decided people who use blueprints are not allowed to use these. They are either too deep or too complicated or too linked to kind of data manipulation to be extracted from blueprints. However, recently, in fact, exactly this morning, I was watching some videos, and apparently you can write a HLSL code directly into the shader configurator. With Blueprint, each node executes at the same speed as C++ code, time between which is 10 times longer than doing the same in C++ code. It really does depend on what you're coding. As I understand it, when you make a build, not if you run an editor or if you run from the editor window, but if you make a build of the program, I think there's an option which allows all blueprints to be converted automatically into a C++ file. Pretty sure that there is. It's in the project settings. So if you're worried about any kind of time delay between blueprints slowing your game down or anything like that, don't worry about it. And if I bring up my bookcase BP, as I don't know if you were here when I showed that off. I'm not loading it up again, but I will load you a very special image. How do I get to my Twitter account? Is that how I get to my oh, hello. I don't want to sign up. I want to go to my me. Tweets. Media. Go away. Go away. I don't want to sign in. I just want to see my tweet. God damn it. Oh, it was so long ago. Where is it? Like, you won't. It broke. I'm not showing you. But not against BP. Nativized. Wait. Nativized is still slower. For real. Not against BP. Okay. It's fine. No, it was a funny picture that had it was a screenshot from playing an editor game with my books, and I had rendered 58.7 million triangles, and I was at 54 frames a second. So that was all blueprint. Technically, it was one blueprint that wasn't actually doing anything. It was all just GPU renderer stuff. So I'm just trying to bamboozle you now, but yeah, blueprints are fine, especially for video games. If you were doing maybe, I'm sure there's something which Blueprint couldn't do, but it's good enough for games. Take it from me. Take it from everyone else's built games using blueprints only. They seem to be doing good. What was I doing anyway? Ultra wide TV resolutions. I have a list of them here. Can you post a video comparing the loops? Sure. Okay, so X is 2560, 1080, 3440 by 1440, 3840 by 1600. Who makes up these numbers, man? 5120 by 2160. 5760 by 2400. 7680 by 3200. 8640 by 3600. Oh, poopy. What have I done? Three 600 and 10,240. I did it again by 4320, which is 10K ultra wide. Oh, it's a YouTube video. It's a YouTube video with Japanese in it. Ooh. Extra special. Oh, the music is good. Nothing. Well, hang on now here. He's using an embedded C++ script in a blueprint function. Doesn't that defeat the point of it? Shouldn't he just have everything done in C++ if he's going to compare the differences between C++ and blueprint? So he has a blueprint function, and he has a C++ function. Oh, is he just comparing, like, I don't know. Is he comparing, like, the speed between the two? Okay. I'll just watch the video, I guess. 3 different types. Okay. Sorry if I'm shouty. Oof. He crashed the editor. 3 different types, yeah. Test 2 is a C++ U function called in blueprint. Test 1 is pure C++, and test 3 is pure blueprint. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. His blueprints suck, so rip that guy. What was his code? He was doing some stupid Fibonacci. Float temp 0 for int I equals 1, I is less than n, I plus plus, temp plus equals I, return temp. Where's his blueprint though? Where's his blueprint? Oh, here we go. Sum in, truncate a, return for loop body. Comparable. Blueprint doesn't really suck, you just need to know the limitations, in your opinion. Yeah, well, That's a clear limitation there. I'm not doing any more Blueprint from today onwards. It's only going to be raw C++. In fact, I'm going to code my own engine. I'm kidding, by the way. I'm kidding. I've seen the people who code their own game engines. They do not look like they're happy with their lives, man. again kidding. I'm trying to remember their name. It's not Jitspo. He works in Godot. It's another guy. Begins with a K. He's writing a text editor in Jai, and he's gotten sidetracked with something and something. He's making a vector. Koshai. He's on my auto host list. Yeah. And there's another guy who's writing a game engine in Jai. A guy who has written a game engine in Jai, with a FBX importer and everything. It's crazy. Like he's not just writing the game. He wrote the engine and he's building the game in the engine that he wrote. It's just wow. Madness. I wonder if the actual resolution of the game affects Jessica Mack also wrote everything by herself. Jessica Mack, everybody. I don't know who that is, but it's a show of skill, really. A show of pure determination to do any kind of programming at all. I've been there. Twitch.tv, Jessica Mack. Mack with a K. Follow her. Alright. I've seen that picture before. Procedural graphics, I'm in. She is not live. Not right now. I just realized that the PC muted. Not that there's any sound coming out of it, but just in case there was. That crunchy Windows error sound. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cases. So we need a default, which is going to be HD TV resolutions. I don't know what I'm doing here, man. Hello. Hello. Please. Please. But yeah, that whole slowing Unreal Engine down by doing some incrementy boys. I don't know. Makes you think, don't it? Makes me want to kind of test it myself. Last time I tried to do that though, I created an endless loop and crashed the engine, so. And yes, it did happen. What's I was just thinking about that blueprint C++ combination thing you showed me, and how I should have paid more attention in the converting blueprints to C++ files course that I quote unquote passed. This is silly. This is really. This is so silly. This is unbelievably silly. Silly. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Boom. Pretty straightforward. You put in a node like line plane intersection and hover. It will tell you the header file. The only thing you found is mouse location to world in BP is deproject mouse in C++. There's a mouse location to world in Blueprint, and I did all this goddamn algebra to work out the mouse position. It took 4 hours to make that work. There's just a node for it. Are you kidding me? I'm so angry right now. No talk. Yup. Don't just yup like everyone knows that, right? Don't just. God damn it. Ooh, hello. We've got some hangers on here. Get out. I don't know where this is gonna happen, but it's gonna happen. On tick. Sorry. Did I show you that already? Yeah, do I have to show it to you again? All of you friends here right now, right here, right. Menu controller, right? No. AA menu. So we get the player controller, we get the mouse position. What did you say it was? Mouse position to world. Convert mouse location to world space. This. I think one of the things that I forgot to do, I didn't do any normalizing. Yeah, that one, sorry. I think it's probably just as complicated to get that working. Almost certainly not worth the time. So we get the player controller, we get the mouse position, we get the screen height and the screen width. Oh. Sugar. That's going to have to change, isn't it? It's not going to be the screen height and the screen width, is it? It's going to be the window size. Anyway, not the problem. We divide that by the location of the mouse. We times that by the sensitivity. We divide the sensitivity by 2, and we did minus it off. Halfway point, something, I don't know. And we times them by -1 for some reason, I don't know why, and plug them back into the vector. Set the relative location. Child actor cursor. This is why I don't have a job. This is why I don't have a job in the games industry. Because I would name stuff like this, and I'd come back to it months later and be like, sorry, Frank, I don't know what that is. We got get world location times everything by 2 minus it. Off that, get the world location of the camera, do a line trace between the 2 points. And then, yeah. Not optimal, I'm guessing. Not optimal, I'm guessing. On assign on selection changed. Ooh. Yeah, right. On selection changed. On aspect selected. On aspect selected. Do we need this then? If we're getting it here, do we need it here? That's my question. I am going to be brave. I'm just going to break the pins. I'm going to be brave, but I'm not going to be stupid. I'm going to move that to one side, and we're going to scoot that in there. And these all just go into that. Yay! Ah. You joined my Discord? Damn! I'm not even in my Discord. I'm really sorry. It's you're welcome to be in my Discord. That's not the problem. I hadn't set it up properly at all. So you're not going to be assigned a role, and you may have a notification you can't get rid of. I'll try and work that out. I don't really do anything on my Discord. It's kind of depressing. I'm not trying to talk you out of it. It's fine. Welcome to the Discord, dude. Now you can send messages on the Discord. Oh, in fact, can you? That's a very good question. Let me just like, I think I had it set. I thought I had it set up correctly, and then one of my close personal friends joined the Discord, and he said, "There's a notification I can't get rid of," and I was like, "Oh, is this you?" And he was like, "That's me." And I was like, "Well, I'll just make you a mod then." That was the only way we could solve it. Is it loading? Is it broken? Oh, here we go. I don't want to like leak anyone's information, so I'll drag it across real quick. I can use streamer mode. Great. Do you know what I don't like about Discord? You can't drag it off a window. My Discord. Hello. If I do that, I think. I don't know. I'm so sorry. You can send messages here. Yeah. Oh, it didn't even shout you out, man. What the hell? Oh well. Maybe it fixed itself. Who knows? I don't know anymore. You have a role, awesome. Yeah, so basically, I figured that because I'm, Wide Lad Ball Boy, I'd have thousands of people joining the Discord, and it would be utter chaos. So people would have to request a role, etc., etc. And I have obviously people who join normally, I think, can send messages. Oh goodness me, yeah, I think can send messages, and I'm probably gonna have to go very shortly. But I wasn't sure. I think they can send messages in some of the channels, and then I was meant to have like a role where you joined the server and you couldn't send any messages until you got a role, and then the role that you got allowed you to send messages in some channels, and then people who are mods on my channel, people who I know personally, etc., people who I trust can get premium super role, whatever, so they can join voice chats or closed topics, etc. How normal forums and chat room stuff work. And I set it up and I thought it was good, and it turned out it's just a nightmare, really. So I'm gonna have a look at that sometime in the future. You can help out with the roles, just give me a shout. I will consider your offer seriously, and I may be in touch. I may sort it out myself. Like, it doesn't seem like that hard an issue to do. But before I go, let me just mark this as a bug. In fact, I'm gonna comment this. Bug! Comment color. Like a pink, yeah. Yeah, fuchsia. Bug! And I will get my lovely tablet, and I will write down into the bug log that we have a bug. Uh-oh. Looks like I need to make a new page for bug. Bug. Options require, what is that, string? Yeah. String to add to, oh my Jesus Christ. Combo box. All blueprints is from 420 onwards. Control F, search for terms including comments in all blueprints. I did not know that. That's pretty cool. I have heard the world Armageddon downstairs, so I'm going to have to go. And that's a shame. But I will be back with more Unreal, if you're lucky, next Monday, every Monday. I do enjoy it. I think it's fun and it's worthwhile, and I probably should do more of it. But I also really like playing video games, so we have gameplays on Sundays and Tuesdays. Thank you. I hope you have a good day too. Anyway, thank you everyone for coming to watch the live video. If you came to watch the live video, thank you Chicka Wow Wow for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy it here again. Thank you for coming to watch the video on demand. If you came to watch the video on demand, and as always, I will see you in the next episode.